Good morning everybody and welcome back. Finally we are back to the regular programming, that is driving around Iloilo city and its outskirts, or Panay Island in general. Today we have been in Dumangas. We were checking out the fiesta here. Unfortunately my footage from inside the public plaza was very bad and not useful. So we will just concentrate on getting home from here. We're gonna take the coastal road back home to Iloilo. It is a little bit further, but it's usually a bit nicer views, and we haven't been there for a while, especially not since this huge drought has been here in the country. So I'm guessing it will be a lot drier and more yellow landscape than we are used to. There's a lot of people here. It is around lunchtime. So the fiesta is just gearing up. It is a Sunday. We're doing a little bit shortcut here through the gas station. The road here has seen better days. I have a tricycle on my left there, and he was not gonna give me any room. So that was just to stop and let people pass. There are two kids in the tricycle in front of us. They were giggling and pointing at me, so I gave them a little wave, and they thought that was hysterical. You can always make kids laugh here just by waving at them, especially out here in the provinces. There are not that many white dudes here. We're also trying out my new camera. I'm trying out Insta360 X3, I think the model name is. I'm not sure if it's better than the GoPro I have used before. We will see. I will evaluate after a while. Although there is one downside with it, and when it changes file names, it's, as far as I understand, it's something about an old European law that if you can do continuous shooting, you have to pay some taxes or something. Somebody said that isn't valid anymore, but anyway, both the GoPro and this Insta360 is dividing the video up in several files when you're shooting longer videos, about half an hour each. The GoPro makes it seamless, almost at least. This one you lose about 12 seconds every time it changes file name. So that's really bad, especially if you're doing long rides like I usually do. So if you're missing some footage sometimes, that is not because of me, that is because of the camera. Here we're coming up to an intersection. We're gonna take a left here. Then we will come down to the coastal road. See some really dry patches of land here. We have not seen any significant rain for at least 3-4 months now. What is it? It is May, so I think it's 5 months without any significant rain. We had the other day a little shower, but yeah, it has been really dry. In some parts of Iloilo and the provinces there is water rationing, because there is not water enough for everybody. So some people have just water available for a few hours in some of the subdivisions here in Iloilo. So far we have been lucky. We have had water all the time. In Savannah we have two distributors of water, First Peak that we are connected to, and Metro Pacific Iloilo Water. I've read that Metro Pacific was going to have some rationing of water. I'm not sure if it is implemented in Savannah. I haven't heard anything about it, but it might be so. We on first peak, we have not have any rationing, but we have some other problems with our water. Sometimes it's really smelly, and you don't really want to shower in it, but what can you do? That's the water you have. I'm not sure why it smells, but yeah, I know people have been complaining about it, but nothing has been happening for those 2 years I've been living here. New gas stations is popping up everywhere. We have talked about gas stations before in my videos. There is a lot on some of the roads we are driving. I don't understand how everybody can be profitable. Perhaps they are not, but there is a lot of gas stations nowadays. See how dry it is here. It's really sad. I've heard that more than 1.5 billion pesos has been lost for the Panay farmers. That is a lot of money. Even the fish farms here doesn't have that much water. I don't think there's any fish farming going on at the moment. Here we're coming up to the coastal road. If you take a left, you will come down to where they're now building esplanade there. We've been there a long time ago, but it is too hot today to take an extra detour. So we'll just take a right here and go towards Iloilo. Seems to be a little bit more water in the fish farms to the left, so perhaps they can do some farming over there. You can see some of the trees here along the road. They are having some green leaves, but they are not doing too well either. Although they were saying the other day that the rainy season is about to start. And there's gonna come some thunder showers and stuff over the next few weeks. I think that is well needed here. I've heard many expat videos and also Filipinos that is complaining about this heat wave. There's been a lot of closing of schools and no face-to-face classes because of the heat, and they don't have air cons in many of the schools. Some of the trees look really bad, but as far as I understand, they will survive this, and in a few months' time it will be nice and green again. Along the road here there is some resorts and restaurants. You can't really see the water from here, but I'm guessing it is just behind those trees, a few meters down there. Yeah, you can see it over there, yeah. So there's a lot of people making some extra money by having a little restaurant or floating cottages, as they call it. You can come and eat their food, or sometimes you can just rent them and have your own food and sit and enjoy the sea. Yeah, here we have the ocean to the left. There are some floating cottages there, although those seem to have seen their better days, but we have been on one of those once. We a little bit further up the road here. Unfortunately, the day we were there, it was low tide, so the floating cottages were not floating at all. A little bit disappointing, but we could have checked it out ourselves when the tide was in or out. So that's a lesson learned for next time. It is always nice to be close to the ocean. As many expats, I seem to have a dream that I want to live close to the beach. Although the backseat driver, she is not that fond of it because she always talks about typhoons and flooding and all that stuff. and I guess that is something you have to consider if you come here. Coming up to the left is La Caran Thai and Filipino restaurant. We have been there before. They have very yummy food and pretty nice prices, and it is also just by the beach. I think I need to get back there someday because the food is really yummy. Doing some fishing here. Guess they get some fish for dinner tonight. Yeah, when you're out driving these days, it isn't as green and lush as it's been on my other videos. This dry season has really been dry. Some people say that it's the worst in many years. The family's one of their natural wells has dried out this year. Nana said that during her life living there, it has never been dry before. So that would be something. I don't know how long they've been there, about 40 years or so. So this should be the driest dry season in 40 years, at least in that area. There's much less water here to the right than it usually is. Almost dry fish farms there. We are now leaving Dumangas according to the sign. Lots of market stall in this area, selling both fish and other produce. Not much traffic today. This is Sunday. It's around lunchtime. It's also quite hot. I would guess 37, 38 degrees Celsius. Luckily there is some clouds that can give us a little bit shade. Although that heat isn't so bad when you're driving, the wind is kind of cooling you down. But even though, when you arrive at your destination, you are pretty sweaty anyway. Or at least I am. Here we have one of the famous ending right lanes, although they actually have some signage here. Not much help perhaps if you come here in the middle of the night, driving way too fast, but you should have. River going down towards the ocean. A lot of people fishing there, I've seen before. We're gonna do a quick stop here. I need to do a change. I will see if I can get a better video angle by raising the camera a bit. Since we're trying this out, we have to check different things. We go again. The camera is now about 2 decimeters higher. Let's see if that makes any difference. It's more in my eye height, because I've noticed that probably some of the shots would not show the ocean, for example, because it is too low. So now it is in the same height as my eyes, so what I see should be what you can see. So let's try this on the road home. Nice views over the river here. Usually I have seen a lot of small boats being out there doing some fishing. Doesn't seem to be that many today. Or anyone, actually. Another right lane disappearing into nothing. You really have to pay attention when you're driving here. I've said it before and I will say it again. You really need to pay attention when you're driving here. It is not what you're used to from your home country, or probably not, depending on from where you come, but it is nowhere near the traffic I'm used to from back home in Sweden. Said, not much water for the fish farms here. Although there is quite a lot of water in the rivers here, so I guess it's been raining up in the mountains somewhere. Something that has made filled up the rivers. So I hope this dry season is done. Here again, the right lane just ends. In some houses, no signage, no nothing. me. A little bit dusty here. Got into my nose. Do a lot of sneezing sometimes when we're out driving. My girlfriend says I should be wearing a mask, but yeah, I don't like that. And talking about masks, it is still mandatory when you go to the hospital to wear one. So if you are going to the hospitals, make sure you bring some masks. As usual, just driving right out, not even looking. Everyone for themselves. Some kind of transport central here, some kind of transport hub for trucks and stuff. And it is Sunday, so most of the trucks are parked. Yes, of course, just flash your headlights and let me brake. You don't wait for me, I have to wait for you. have some road work going on, fixing up the bridge. If I remember correctly, last time I was driving here it was very uneven. So I think that is about time. There is a lot of roadworks going on around Iloilo in general. We talked about it before, and that is still the truth. Even now, after some months, there is always construction going on. So we're gonna take a right here. If you continue ahead, you come to Iloilo City proper, La Paz and all that stuff. But we're gonna take a right here, go down to Savannah. We're gonna pass by the SM Glades, perhaps it will be called. It's a new development here. It's gonna be a new mall, and I think 3 or 4 story housing. We will see. They have started construction, so I will guess it will be done perhaps next year or something. I don't really have a timeline. If anybody does, please let me know in the comments. Here we can see the construction going on to the left. They have their office here. Glade, SM Glade. So a new mall. I'm not sure how big it will be, but we will see in the future. You can see that's the housing going up around there, and closer here to the road is the mall itself. Don't know what that car is doing. Has some lights on and just driving really slow in the middle of the street. So we're gonna take the flyover here. If you go to the left, you go towards Haro Plaza, and if you go to the right, you will go towards Tagbat Terminal and Leganes, and furthermore Saraga if you continue on that road. See here to the right, it is towards Tagbac, Leganes and Saraga. And on to the left it is Haro Plaza you will come to. When you come down from these overpasses, you need to be careful, because there is people coming, like this guy on the right passing you. They don't wait and pass you on the left, they just come like a bullet from behind. up to the intersection. If you take a right here, you go towards Leganes and Saraga. We take that road when we go to visit Nana usually. Traffic coming out from there. And then we will speed down here towards the traffic light. See if we're any lucky today. Usually we end up sitting at the traffic light for 50, 60, 70 seconds. It's not fun when it's really hot, but today it's a little bit cloudy, so perhaps it wouldn't be so bad. Comes the traffic light. What do we have here? 1, 2 police cars. Let's be at our best behavior then. Yeah, let's just wait for the traffic light to turn. Guy just afraid about the police in the back. He just drives on the wrong lane. But that is how it is here. Nobody cares. We have one of the big subdivisions coming up here to the left. I think I counted this one has 3 entrances. You have the first, then you have a middle one, and then you have the last one just before Vista Supermart. The second one in the middle entrance. And here comes the last one. Or the first one if you come from the other direction, of course. Come the police cars passing me. They don't care about any speed limits. As usual, I don't know what the speed limit is here. I think it would be 60. Here as usual, we have City Mall Pavia with the Vista Supermart. Let's pass the police cars again. We have to wait a long while here. Let's go up behind this cyclist here. Here we go. Speed ahead. As you can see, the sidewalk is more or less done now. They have even done some planting of bushes and stuff. I even see the tanker stopping there and watering the plants. So it will be nice, I guess, in the future. Just here to the right, just before the flyover, is a place we usually buy fresh lettuce. There's a guy who is growing it just up the street to the right. So let's take the flyover today and go to Vista Mall and the entrance at Vista Mall. We can also see how the progress, if any, is going at Georgia, at Augusta. They are building right beside the Vista Mall. You can see to the right that it's very dry. Usually it's green and nice, and there was a lot of cattle there before this dry spell. You can check my old videos, it was all green and nice, not anymore. Here we have Vista Mall. We were at All Day Supermarket the other day. I think they feeling the competition by Iloilo Supermarket that opened up just around the corner almost. There was not a lot of people, and they almost have no produce section anymore. So I guess there is not much people. Here we are, Georgia. And here to the right, just after this Vista Mall, they're gonna build Augusta, it's called. And there hasn't been any progress since last year when they started to do some digging here. Mounds of dirt is just overgrown with weeds now, so nothing more has happened. Here at the corner we have a guard. That poor guard stands there in the middle of the day. At least he has some shade. Although we passed there at night and there is not even a light there. One would think they could give him a solar powered light or something, so he has some light there during the night. But not what we could see anyway. Here I can really see how dry it is on the ground. Usually it is just green here, but nowadays it is just brown and yellow in different shades. We really need some rain in this area. So here we will see the change in from one file to another. You see we lost about 15 seconds there, I think. It is a little bit annoying, but that is how this camera is working, and that is one of the reasons I can't really recommend it if you do more than 30-minute videos, because then it will not be good. I'm not so sure about the picture quality either. We will see when I've uploaded this to YouTube to see if it is sharp or not. Here we have the entrance to the crest, the nicer part of Savannah Subdivision. Or nicer, it is at least more expensive. I think it's about the same as looking at the other things, but bigger lots and way more expensive. Church straight ahead, and this little hut here is used as some kind of sales office for Georgia expansion. You have the Glen Gate, hello to the guards. Here you can see that they are still not done with the building of the drainage area building. They built it, and then they were done, and then just a few weeks later they hacked it up again and started all over, doing some adjustments. There are now some grades in the middle of the lane, more or less, and now they are expanding it into the side of the road. I'm not really sure what's going on, because they're hacking up the road they just did, and yeah, so now it is a lot of you can see here many obstructions on the road. So they just redid the road, and just a few weeks later they hack it up again and kind of start over. I don't know why they didn't do everything at the same time, but yeah, this is the Philippines, and that's how they do it here. Here we have the clubhouse with the pool. Even here the grass is more brown and yellow than green. Yeah, we're getting close to home, so we will end this video now. Thanks for watching, and it feels good to be back in the Philippines and doing our regular travels here. I really like driving on the bike around this place, although it has been a little bit too hot nowadays. So thank you everybody for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. And everybody, please have a good day. Bye for now.